Hey gamers! Welcome to GameInsiderX. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at the PlayStation 5 Pro, Sony's console that hit the market in November 2024 and is said to be the most powerful way to play games in the current generation. In this review, we'll go over its history, technical specifications, improvements over the standard PS5 and PS5 Slim, the real impact on the gaming experience, and finally, we'll answer the big question. Is it worth making the leap to the PS5 Pro, or is it better to stick with the previous versions? Context and evolution of the PS5. To understand why the PS5 Pro exists, we first need to remember how we got here. The PlayStation 5 was launched in November 2020, in the midst of a pandemic that affected its distribution, with huge demand and very limited supply. Even so, it became one of the best-selling consoles in Sony's history. 3 years later, in 2023, the PS5 Slim arrived, a more compact, lightweight version with a slightly more refined design, but with the same hardware. The Slim was not a leap in power, but a design update to reduce production costs and facilitate manufacturing. And then, in 2024, Sony repeated the same move it made in the PS4 era with the PS4 Pro, launching a more powerful mid-generation model aimed at gamers looking for the best in graphics and performance. Hardware and technical specifications. The big difference with the PS5 Pro is in its hardware. While the original PS5 offered a GPU with 10.3 teraflops, the PS5 Pro jumps to 16.7 teraflops, representing around 45% more actual graphics power. In addition, the GPU has 67% more computing units and 28% more fast memory compared to the base model. In terms of memory, the 16 GB of GDDR6 for games remains, but 2 GB of DDR5 dedicated to the operating system has been added, freeing up more resources for video games. This translates into faster loading times and better overall stability. Storage also gets a significant upgrade. We go from the 825 GB SSD in the standard PS5 to a 2 TB SSD in the Pro, enough to store more games without having to constantly delete them. Another detail is connectivity. The Pro incorporates Wi-Fi 7, which allows for higher connection speeds and better online stability, as long as you have a compatible router. And of course, being more powerful, it also consumes more energy, up to 240 W at peak performance. Graphics, technology, and visual experience. Beyond the numbers, what matters is how the gaming experience feels. The PS5 Pro introduces a new technology called PSSR, or PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. It's a kind of intelligent scaling system using artificial intelligence, similar to what NVIDIA does with DLSS or AMD with FSR. What does this mean? It means that the console can render a game at a lower resolution and then scale it up to simulated 4K or even 8K, with very sharp results and without losing too much performance. Ray tracing is also significantly improved. Reflections, shadows, and refractions are now calculated 2 to 3 times faster than on the standard PS5. This allows for more realistic worlds, with dynamic lighting and visual effects that were previously limited. In compatible games, the Pro can reach native 4K at 120 frames per second, something that the standard PS5 could only achieve in a few highly optimized titles. For those who play on state-of-the-art screens with support for 120Hz and HDMI 2.1, these improvements are immediately noticeable. Smoother movements, cleaner images, and much more vivid environments. Direct comparison with standard PS5 and Slim. The big question is, how does the Pro compare to the standard PS5 and Slim in practice? On the standard PS5 or Slim, games already look great. Dynamic 4K resolution, basic ray tracing, very fast load times, and an experience that is more than enough for most gamers. The PS5 Pro, on the other hand, offers that extra something that the most demanding gamers are looking for. More detailed graphics, more stable frame rates in heavy games, advanced ray tracing without compromising performance as much, and the advantage of additional storage. The Slim and Standard models are still perfect if you play on a 1080p TV or even a more basic 4K TV. But if you have a high-end 4K TV or a monitor designed for competitive gaming, the PS5 Pro makes all the difference. Design and construction. In terms of design, the PS5 Pro maintains the aesthetic line of the Slim. Thinner edges, lighter structure, and a futuristic look. The main difference is a thinner central strip, which visually distinguishes it from the other models. One detail to keep in mind: the PS5 Pro does not have a built-in disk drive, just like the Slim. If you want to use physical games or play Blu-rays, you have to buy an external drive that connects to the console. This may be an advantage for those who buy everything digitally, but an extra expense for collectors. The included vertical stand has also been removed. It is now sold separately, which has generated some criticism. Compatibility and catalog. In terms of the catalog, there are no differences at the core. All PS5 versions, including the Pro, are compatible with the same games. That includes more than 8,500 titles between PS4 and PS5. The difference lies in optimization. Sony introduced the PS5 Pro Enhanced label. When a game has this label, it means that it takes advantage of the Pro's improvements, whether it be higher resolution, better FPS, or advanced graphics effects. In addition, the accessories remain the same: DualSense Edge, PSVR 2, Pulse headphones. Everything you already had continues to work on the Pro. Conclusion: the PlayStation 5 Pro is undoubtedly the most powerful console Sony has released to date. Its more powerful GPU, PSSR upscaling, and improved ray tracing make games look and feel better than ever. Plus, the extra storage and Wi-Fi 7 connectivity are welcome practical improvements. But at the same time, it's not a console for everyone. Its high price and lack of a built-in disk drive may be drawbacks. The standard PS5 and Slim are still excellent consoles, capable of delivering top-quality gaming experiences. Ultimately, the PS5 Pro is designed for enthusiasts, for those who want the best of the best in this generation. If that's you, it's probably worth the jump. If not, rest assured, your current PS5 still has many years of life ahead of it and an impressive catalog to look forward to. Thank you for joining us in this review. Let me know what you think of the PS5 Pro in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to GameInsiderX, leave your like, and activate the bell for more gaming content. See you in the next video.